Do you have a drug problem now?
I will always have a drug problem. Just because you stop getting high doesn't mean that you don't have the problem, because it's a constant fight every day. Every trigger that was was a trigger when you got, it's still a trigger. Whether you act on it or not, it's a lonely feeling. It's a lonely feeling.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the show. Fortunately, we got some really sad news today. Man, what a bad day to die today, especially for Prince Philip. You would think he would be taking up all the social media, all the attention, right? But being the husband of Queen Elizabeth, but man, a legend, an icon, man. DMX, X name, boy X. He passed away. Fortunately, he couldn't overcome or come back from, whatever health issue he was dealing with. I think the word going around was that he suffered an overdose. Usually an overdose, a lot of people have a stroke. I think it was stated he had a heart attack. But yeah, man, it's really unfortunate. Really gonna miss him, man. And I don't know, man. For a while, I thought he had gotten his life back. I think if I'm not mistaken, he was like even a pastor in Arizona. And recently, I think maybe a year ago, he did a rap battle with Snoop Dogg, which I believe that DMX won easily. Snoop Dogg is another legend, but yeah, man, DMX, he came with that fire, bro. Like I said, the man can never be replicated. He brought a new type of energy to the hip hop game. Uh, very, very skilled, very unique individual, and he had that harsh voice, man. Like, fucking, when you listen to his music, you just get pumped up. You're ready to go. And man, I just remember the first time I heard of him, man. Must have been like I was in middle school, so it must have been like in 2003, 2002, something like that. Fuck, man, this one, this one's tough. This one is really tough. But yeah, man, even Christmas, man, he changed that forever. I want to say it was like 3 years ago when he released that. When he released Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, with his harsh voice. And hey, man, something we all look forward to playing every Christmas now, when we're with our families. And yeah, man, like I said, he was very talented. He wasn't just a rapper. He was also an actor. I remember he was in a movie, an underrated movie, by the way, which was Cradle to the Grave. I don't know how many of y'all remember that. It also had a Jet Li in it. Fucking badass, another badass. And I think that's where the song X Gon' Give It To You. X Gon' Give It To You. He gon' give it to you, X. And I just remember seeing his music video, and it incorporated like scenes of the movie. And like, dude, to this day, like, I'm driving in the freeway and I bump that song. Like, it's fucking hard, man. And it was even recently, it brought back to life, or how would you say, made mainstream again, due to Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool. Dude, that fucking song just gets you fucking pumped. Gonna go work out to that song.
I mean, we had a studio bus on the set, and sometimes like I'd rap at maybe 2 o'clock, and I'd be there till like 7 in the morning on the studio bus.
And I was also listening to one of his interviews, and we all know how big DMX is, how he blew up, and unfortunately in society we focus a lot on the results, on what you have left. But I think even more importantly, we should study how they started, their failures. I was watching this interview on X, and it talked about he had, I think he had dropped like 2 albums. I forgot the name of the albums, but he dropped 2 albums, and they just flopped, man. They didn't hit, and so he went back to the streets selling his mixtapes. Uh, Recently just had a baby, but had no money, and coming from the neighborhood he came from, he turned to crime, got locked up. Uh, During the time when he was incarcerated, that's like it's apparently where he honed his craft, man. He had a lot of time when you locked up. You got a lot of time for yourself, man. So that's where he started, writing down some of his best work. And once he came out, you know, he was another man. He was fucking possessed, if you will, and just fucking dropped banger after banger after banger, man. But Big Pun, I saw today Big Pun. He was telling a funny story as well that they were at arena. No, not Big Pun. Fat Joe. Damn, Big Pun passed away. The reason I'll tell you why I said Big Pun. So Fat Joe was telling a story where DMX and Big Pun, you know, they're an arena. They fucking had everybody, chanting X DMX. Like fucking people hyped. And this guy, he's fucking big already, right? He like I said, he sold out an arena, and he gets to a gas station, and he robs him. He robs the gas station. Fucking dude. I mean, we don't condone violence, but fuck, like that just tells you how fucking crazy DMX was. The dude was on another level, man. He was on another level. And like I said, this is a really hard video for me to make, man. It's my childhood, man. I just turned 30, and you know, fucking life is starting to hit real quick. A lot of my idols and unfortunately they're dying young, man. Kobe Bryant. I hated Kobe Bryant as a kid, but like when I got older, I appreciated him. I was like, I hated him because Allen Iverson was my favorite player, but he died, and I feel like a part of my childhood died. And same thing applies with DMX, man. Like, there's a piece of my childhood that like it just died because when someone that influential dies, it's like you kind of lose a little part. You feel you're so invested. You feel like you lost a piece of yourself, if you will. And DMX's his reach was enormous, man, huge. Like I said, it's taking it's more in the news than Prince Philip's death. And even if you're into the wrestling community or know about wrestling, even the Iron Sheik, the great Iron Sheik, he posted on Twitter. I think I have something here. Let me look for it real quick. Oh gosh. I said, DMX, I love you, Bubba. And in his voice, I love you, Bubba. Forever you are the Iron Sheik class. And for a lot of you, sorry, I almost chopped something. For a lot of you, you may know, Iron Sheik is one tough son of a bitch, man. And that tells you a lot about DMX. If you know about wrestling, that tells you about DMX. To get approval from the Iron Sheik, it means a lot. Ah, man. Well, my friend, may the afterlife treat you better. And, I wish I could have had you on the show. But I guess it'll wait till we're up there in heaven, man. Rest in peace, brother. Bye, everybody.